20 ridiculous reasons why people never take action. I've started workout 4 5 times a week. I've started eating and drinking healthily. I've entered an incredibly destructive relationship. I've started an online business. I'll quit my full-time job, working 9 to 5. I've traveled to countries all over Asia. Big choices over the past couple of years. Everything I've been afraid to do, I'm not doing. And so here it is, one of the longest posts I've ever written on this blog. I want the ridiculous reasons why people never take action and why you shouldn't let them get in your way. Why you shouldn't let them get in your way. Everything I'm going to go through in this here, something that has stopped a great person from becoming phenomenal. And most of what I'm going to talk about is that something that I have struggled with myself prior to doing this past 2 years. One, they fall victim to others' opinions. I don't know about you, but back when I was in school and the teachers began to talk about our futures, there was a huge emphasis on going to university in order to get a good paying job in future. All the stats were thrown at us that on the average, people who have a degree make almost $100,000 more in their lifetime, and that student debt would be that difficult to pay back. Wouldn't be that difficult to pay back. The one thing they forget to mention in that first stat, half the people who don't go to university simply can't be bothered to put any real effort into their future. If you just took into account ambitious people within the section of non-university goers, they'll probably make more money on average than graduates. Have a sit on that and let them know what you think. How far does $1 million go in retirement? The point of this being that you shouldn't always listen to others' opinions, no matter how much experience they may have. What worked for them may not work for you, and what they felt at may make them jealous of you. Beautiful. Their friends don't have the same aspirations. Your friends are the people who spend the most time with and probably have done for several years now. You are attached to them. It's unavoidable, and it's good to have loyal friends in your life. Yet one of the dumbest reasons people don't start to take action on their dreams is because none of their friends have the same sort of aspirations in life. So instead, they get sucked into what their friends are doing and forget all about their possibilities that they could have been waiting for them if they had given it a chance. Sure, it's good to have people in your life that have similar goals, dreams, and aspirations to you, but everybody's different, and if your friends don't share those with you, then don't worry about it. 3, they only listen to the opportunities they are given to them. Yes, the good things come to those who wait. Line depends that you are doing whilst you're waiting. Some people think that the opportunities are given to them are the only ones that they will ever gain. For them, there is no such thing as creating your own opportunities in life. They seem impossible within the world they are living in. When you are younger, opportunities are given to us mainly by our parents and our school teachers and friends. We have given the opportunity to make something of ourselves. However, once you leave school, nobody just hands you opportunities. It's your job to get out into the world and create these opportunities, no matter how small they may be at first. I have often spoken about taking small opportunities every day, such as adding someone on Facebook, that end up with you creating big opportunities for yourself, and this is what you need to be doing. 4, they don't believe that they are smart enough. You know the feeling when someone's talking to you and they start to share all this powerful knowledge with you, only some of which makes sense. You wish you had the knowledge right. I'm guessing you want it in half the time as well. When people meet others who have enormous masses of knowledge behind the words that come out of their mouth, they instantly think that this person must just naturally be smart. They are wrong. Behind this person is most likely more struggles than you ever imagined. They have thrown laptops against the wall, given up on more than several occasions, felt every emotion as human being can, and this is how they possess the knowledge they do. Success is an emotional journey. Just because you don't possess a certain amount of knowledge to start with doesn't mean you can't ever obtain it. They can't be bothered. 5. Remember, I said about that half of the people who don't go to the university or college just can't be bothered to be anything ambitious in the first place. Well, those people who got their little subheading right here, the reason they don't take action is simply because they can't be bothered to do so. It seems so much effort, and they are rather scared by throwing life without having to lift too many fingers, that actually go out, enjoy their lives, and make something of themselves. We hope that this won't be the case with any of you guys and girls reading this article today. But if it is, why so? Drop those thoughts and let me know your thoughts. Their idea seems too ambitious. 6. Ideas are supposed to be ambitious. How else do you live your dreamed life and not just an average one? But people come up with these amazing yet incredibly ambitious ideas, and somehow along the line they tell themselves that it is pretty much impossible and there's no point in taking the action needed to achieve these dreams and desires. There's no such thing as an idea that's too ambitious. It's just going to be more difficult to achieve. Look at all the crazy inventions over the years that are now fake. Take for granted. Somebody had a dream to be able to fly, and so they set to work building the airplane. Back then, people would have said that the dream to fly was an absolutely ludicrous one, yet someone made their highly ambitious idea become a reality. I don't care what idea you have, limits are being broken every day, and the people around the world, are you able to rule yourself outright from the off? The truth is, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Life is a crazy ride and nothing is guaranteed. 7. They think it's too late. Maybe you have lived a significantly large portion of your life and you think it is too late to start acting on your dreams. Maybe you have started a family or have other responsibilities that are holding you back. It's not too late. It may seem like it now with the current situation you are in, but you still have a chance to take action. You may have to wait a little while before you can do so, or have to make some changes in your daily routine, but it's never too late. Go out there and make things happen. 8. They think that every good idea is already been done. And our ridiculous reason number 8, a classic, am I right? You often get people say to others that every good idea has already been done, and therefore it's impossible to take action on your life. It's not too late. It may seem like it now with the current situation you are in, but you still have a chance to take action. You may have to wait a little while before you can do so, or have to make some changes in your daily routine, but it's never too late. Go out and there and make things happen. They think that every good idea has been already taken. The problem lies within your creativity and that being able to unlock the full power of their imagination. The people that struggle a little bit with creativity often think they are not much more than they can be done, until you see someone else introduce a new invention and kick themselves for not thinking of that idea. Then they repeat the same cycle of thinking. 9, they failed once. Okay, so one of the biggest and most ridiculous reasons why people never take action on their ideas, their visions, is because they failed once before at something very similar. However, this time around, they are determined not to take the same mistakes they did the last time around, even if it means not trying in the first place, which, funnily enough, is the option most people decide to take. Tony Robinson once said that he believes not achieving our goal is part of life's design, causing us to reach deep within and really produce the best that we can have. Failures is a part of life's design, causing you to learn from your mistakes and grow stronger from them in order to keep getting better every time you try again. Giving up after one failure is absolutely pointless. You need to stick it out. 10, they are scared of failing. Maybe somebody hasn't even failed at all in their lifetime. Maybe they are so scared of failing that they haven't even tried to achieve their dreams at all. I was listening to a speech of Les Brown recently. He explained that a company was having a major downsizing and they were offering employees 300,000 in compensation if they would made the choice to leave the company. If they didn't take the money, they would be at risk of losing their jobs as getting nothing. When the company had the downsizing, only 50% of the people that were eligible to take the money did. 50% of the people allow the fear of the failure to stop them from doing all the things they want to do in life. Are you going to be one of those people? The biggest adventure you can take is to live your life of your dreams. 11, they can't take risks. Taking risks in life shouldn't be an optional. They are important. Anything and everything great that everybody's ever tried to achieve came through taking a risk. Maybe they risk over their time for something, their money, their job, whatever it may be. But they did all this with good reason. People often never take action in life because they are scared of taking risks in case something doesn't quite work out the way they wanted it to. 12, they think it's too early. Completely opposite to you thinking that it's too late to be able to start working on your dreams. Some people think it's too early. Do they do this out of fear? Maybe. Although sometimes people just think that they are not ready for something and that it's just not the right time for them to start. It's mostly psychological and not their actual circumstances that limit their ability to do so. They never set a perfect time to do something. You just need to work with what you have in a current situation. 13, they lack self confidence. Not having strong confidence in yourself is a recipe for disaster in life. It is incredibly common for people to lack self confidence, especially when growing up, and there's a lot of pressure on you from your friends to do certain things, look and act the way to fit in, and that's what makes it so hard. If you aren't considered cool in high school, or people may give you a hard time because the way you looked, your confidence from that point on will be at an all-time low. Naturally, of course, it will be. So to bounce back from that and really start to go after what you want in life, you need to go over any problems you may have had in the past and finally be able to believe in yourself. Self confidence is the key to any success in life. It doesn't matter which part of your life you want to improve. This change in mindset guarantees you an improved life in every situation. If you struggle with being confident, you can't quite seem to step out of your shell. Check out your challenges you can do. Some challenges you can do every day to improve your self-confidence. It's been doing them for a while now and takes such a difference. Do not dwell on the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate on the mind, on the present moment. 14, they don't have time. Nobody seems to have time for anything these days. Is this true, or they are just making time for anything? Not making time for anything. I often hear people give themselves this excuse, and then a little later on I see them watching TV the whole night. It's their rest time, supposedly. Whenever people think that they don't have the time for something, they're always incorporating their old productivity killing habits into the equation. I didn't have time to go to the gym today. I was rushing about all over the place, and by the time I got home, I was absolutely exhausted. Are you serious? You'll never just find time for anything in life. You have to make time for these things. And to do that, you'll have to cut back on the lazy habits that most people get comfortable with: watching TV, spending hours on the phone, browsing Facebook. You get the picture. They can't get past the bad to get the good. In my opinion, I think a lot of people struggle to visualize the long-term benefits of hard working at something. They don't get started because the pain they have had to endure hardly seems worth in order to achieve something. They would say things like, I would have to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week for God knows how long and eat clean in order to get a great body. They stuck on the thought of what they would have to do now in order to get what they want. What if things were the other way around? What if you chose to have an amazing body right away, and then you would have to spend the next few years working off the debt with hard work? Sure, this would take all the fun out of it, all the joys of achievement and the satisfaction that came with it. But do you think that people who currently can't be bothered to go to the gym would sign for it? they would be getting their dream body instantly and would be forced to work it off and would still be putting in the hard work. Of course, this is impossible and is definitely not the right way of thinking, but you can't help but wonder whether the lazy people in the world would finally get off the couch for it. I'm keen to hear your thoughts on this. Nobody got where they are today by living for tomorrow. Hmm. They get distracted. 16. I get distracted so much. It's unreal. I try to reduce distraction by blocking the world out of the headphones and sitting in the hard working environment, but they still manage to prevail on occasion. What distracts you most? How can you stop this from happening whilst you're actually trying to do something productive with your time? Distractions really do take away chunks of your time, probably for more than you realize. Watch the video below you have and then use the time to feel. Do your best to make some distractions don't get the better of you. These little distractions are how others have struggled in the past and to take action on their dreams. Short-term happiness prevails. Short term always seems to be the thing that gets to the people. They would rather eat that chocolate bar and have short term happiness due to the test than eat healthily and have long term happiness with their body and the way they look. Do you agree it is a sad fact that this happens? Short term happiness always seems to prevail over long term happiness purely because of the discipline and the time it takes to achieve that happiness. I think a lot of the people would rather have fast food, watch a film, skip a gym, etc., because it's quick and easy for them to gain a little bit of satisfaction rather than have a little bit of discipline to take a slightly more boring and difficult option in a short term, but ultimately achieve a higher level of happiness later on in life. All good things take time. 18, they follow the norm. Getting towards the end of this list on reasons why people never take action now, another ridiculous reason is simply because they follow the norm thing to do. Everything they do is considered as a normal thing to do, and therefore they can never take action on their dreams because dreams are not normal. Dreams should not be normal. You were born unique. They are our highest ambitions. You were born unique. There is no one else out there exactly like you. Don't die a copy. They can't afford it. Money seems to be one of the biggest reasons why people never begin to go after their dreams. In some aspects, it is understandable, but in others, it's just an excuse. You're always based around not having enough money to start something. Many times, the initial cost that you think something will be can often be half. You are just looking at the picture of exactly what you want to be right from the off, and that's why you think you can't afford it. You have time to build up to that picture. You don't have to start there. For example, if you are starting a business and you don't have the certain amount of space, a very specific property or equipment, which we'll get onto in a minute, all that may not be affordable, but a lot of what you want won't be necessary. So start smaller and give things time. If business does well, then later on you can upgrade. Looking at it from a different aspect, many people don't take action on getting into shape and they can't afford the gym membership. Hell, do body weight exercise in your garage or garden. It's exactly the same and even better for your body than using weights. For at least 50% of the people who think they can't afford it to start working towards their dream, costs can be cut down to an affordable level. 20, they don't have access to the right equipment. Similar to how I mentioned money above, people do the same because they're not having the right equipment. They say that it's not possible to start business or start working out because they don't have the access to the right equipment. Normally money would be the root cause of this, but there is also other factors that going in and being able to access the equipment you need. The solution is exactly the same as before. A lot of equipment you may think you need, you probably don't. You could easily start with a lot less, and that's why it's possible to take action on your dreams in the current situation you are in. Summary: don't let these reasons ever stop you from taking action and living the life of your dreams. They are all ridiculous, and you'll be cheating yourself out of a wonderful life. Just as a reminder, here's a quick breakdown of 20 most ridiculous reasons as to why people never take action. The fall victim to others' opinions. Their friends don't have the same aspirations. They only listen to the opportunities they are given to them. They don't believe that they are smart enough. They can't be bothered. Their idea seems too ambitious. They think it's too late. They think every good idea has already been done. They failed once. They are scared of failing. They can't take risks. They think it's too early. They lack self confidence. They don't have time. They can't see past the bad to get to the good. They get distracted. Short term happiness prevails. They follow the norm. They can't afford it. They don't have access to the right equipment. Aha! No excuses. 20 ridiculous reasons why people never take action. I've started workout 4-5 times a week. I've started eating and drinking healthily. I've entered an incredibly destructive relationship. I've started an online business. I'll quit my full-time job, working 9 to 5. I've traveled to countries all over Asia. Big choices over the past couple of years. Everything I've been afraid to do, I'm not doing. And so here it is, one of the longest posts I've ever written on this blog. I want the ridiculous reasons why people never take action and why you shouldn't let them get in your way. Why you shouldn't let them get in your way. Everything I'm going to go through in this here, something that has stopped a great person from becoming phenomenal. And most of what I'm going to talk about is that's something that I have struggled with myself prior to doing this past 2 years. One, they fall victim to others' opinions. I don't know about you, but back when I was in school and the teachers began to talk about our futures, there was a huge emphasis on going to university in order to get a good paying job in future. All the stats were thrown at us that on the average